So I've come to the Toyosu market for the first time. This is what used to be the Tsukiji fish market, and it moved here. So I came actually to this area when it was being constructed, but never since it was completed. So the famous Tsukiji fish market is now abandoned, and all of the operations are now here in Toyosu. There's much controversy about the relocation of the fish market, but it's operational now, and I think people are now getting used to it. People can get used to anything. I think it's kind of far off. This is a new transportation system, but I've heard complaints that this is not sufficient. The Yurikamome railway system is shabby. So it was a misjudgment on the part of the officials responsible for the planning, but they didn't really, Anyway, this is, I think, Toyosu. Fruits and vegetables. I think the fish market is somewhere else. This is called Marshall Mall. Okay. Oh, I see. So this is, I think, they have some facilities selling sushi, of course, and ramen, curry in front of the market. But it appears that visitors like me are supposed to get on the pedestrian deck and visit the market. I was not aware of the system either. So this is a Toyosu market. Shops. It's kind of confusing. I've never been here, so it's okay. Okay. So this is actually the vegetables, and this is actually the fish market. Okay, so okay. I got it. I think I get the gist of it. So in order to see the fish market, we need to wear masks, and also we need to walk on the pedestrian deck. So I think they're separating the professionals from tourists like me. I'm a tourist. I'm on my way to some business meeting, but today I happen to be in this area, so why not? Check it out. Maguro. I don't think it'll be a time for the maguro tuna, but I will check it out anyway. But there are many sushi places. I've never been there. I've never been here. This is quite exciting. It's odd hour in the afternoon, so there aren't so many people. But I'm sure when time is right, there will be many people. I'm inside the Toyosu fish market. How exciting! Oh, tuna! Wow! First time here. Quite exciting. Ooh, very nice. I should say this is a far cry from the old Tsukiji fish market. It was more chaotic and, everything moving around. But yeah, it's like a modern office building. People have been saying things about this fish market, but oh, look at that. Here's tuna. That modern office building. Feels like 1984. So this is a tuna. Wow. Look at this. That was a hand gesture to suggest the price in the trading of the tuna. Tuna, yes, tuna.
中の温度はだいたい10度から13度ぐらいございます。それではだいたい小型中型の魚、アジとかイワシとかサバとかそんなのが釣られます。
So this is quite different from the old Tsukiji fish market. Everything is so orderly and there's this total separation of tourists from the tradesmen, which might be good in some sense, but you also feel that there's some, good old-fashioned taste lost in the process. I don't know. We'll see. These are the macro tuna fishery areas around the world. So Tokyo Fish Market, I understand, has been moved several times during history. First it was in Nihonbashi, then it was in Tsukiji, and now it's in Toyosu here, right here. And there have been many changes, I think, but this is a quite a drastic change. Everything is modern, so gigantic and, I don't know, operational, functional. So that was that. Now I'm going to the other wing of the fish market. I wonder what's waiting for me there. So I know what the Tokyo Metropolitan Government has been thinking, the modernization of the fish market, and I understand their motive, but so far in that wing, I think everything was too, too separated out of the human scale. Maybe it's good for the tradespersons, but not so great for tourists. I can say that the Tsukiji market maybe 100 times more interesting than this one. It's a disappointment, but when you think about it, maybe the fish market is not for tourists. I can understand that. But on the other hand, if you view the fish market as something that would, make people learn and familiarize with the important fish industry and natural habitat in general, I think there's a huge missed opportunity. They could be doing something more than this. All these huge buildings and, this scale out of human dimensions, and we are separated from the fish and the tradespeople. And, from the outside, it doesn't really look like a fish market, does it? I don't know. The jury is out. I am not one to say, but it's difficult. Oh, they're checking the temperature and because of the coronavirus. So I'm going into the restaurant area. Oh, this is another restaurant area, sushi restaurant. Must be good. Today I cannot eat because I don't have time, but looks rather nice in these sushi restaurants. For sure. It is a kind of a strange hour, so I wonder if how many people would be here. These are restaurants that tradespeople also come to eat when they come here to get some fish professionally. This is where they would come and have supper and breakfast and so on, traditionally. That's what they used to do in Tsukiji. So it should be the same here, basically. Yeah. So if you might argue that once enough time passes, this market would become as culturally interesting as the old Tsukiji market. But I have my doubts. Look at this piece. This, large piece out of human touch. This is not Tsukiji. So I'm really, I don't know, Well, I'm really surprised to see this one. But at least for people who knew the old Tsukiji market, this is something different. I'm not one to judge, but this is something quite different. Oh, look at these structures. I don't know what they are. Large cooling devices, probably. And all these people watching the passers-by. I understand that, but it doesn't feel really like the fun place that Tsukiji used to be. This is, I don't know. Let's see. So there is another gallery. Observation deck. Look at all these, So they have all these demonstrations. The Chinese kanji characters depicting some fish. And these are fish. And this, I think, could be something. I don't know. This is a tare. This is how you transport some fish. This is a tare. And this is some corridor. Fish, other fish, some other fish related to kanji characters. And this is I don't know, something. I'm going on to the shop area. So this is a shop. These are the shops, I think, and quite a huge area. But so I think this is where you can buy stuff. But for the moment, it's almost closed. This area. I should say that this feels a bit like the old Tsukiji market. A bit like. This is what Tsukiji used to look like. I mean, all these hills, a bit like at old Tsukiji. But I came at the wrong hour, and most of them are closed. And that's a tare. This is a famous tare. I don't know the etymological origin of this thing, but this is a tare. This is what the professionals use for the transportation of the fish. It used to be in the Tsukiji market. Wow, all these tens of hundreds of tare going in many, many different directions, and that is the chaos. That was the fun that Tsukiji was. There's no chaos here. It's just too orderly and, for a lack of better words, bureaucratic in this new Toyosu market. Well, so I think that's about it, and so that's about it. So that was my first visit to the new Toyosu fish market, and what can I say? It's difficult, isn't it? I mean, the old Tsukiji market was so marvelous, so fantastic, culturally rich and historically very poignant, but this new market has just opened, so it's probably too early to tell, but it lacks depth, it lacks complexity. There's not much information to absorb, so I think in terms of tourism and in terms of presentation, I think there are many, many things to be done. Maybe I'll give the Toyosu Tsukiji market 10 out of 100 or 1 out of 10 at this present status. But it's difficult, I understand. I'm not criticizing the Tokyo Metropolitan Government for this, which operates a fish market. I think it will be a difficult task for anybody, but having said that, it's a disappointment. I'm sorry to say, but it's a disappointment. Well, we'll see. Maybe someday somebody will come up with a brilliant idea and renovate this whole thing. Or as time goes by, there'll be new ideas and accumulations and culminations and wear and tear and wabi-sabi to help this fish market. Okay, but at the end of this film, I express my thanks to the people who are operating this fish market, because thanks to this market, we Tokyo residents can have access to a wonderful variety of fish. So that's for certain. And thank you for keeping the guard for
マスクの着用を心がけましょう。
yeah.
また